Guys, welcome to episode 29 of Football Is.
And that is what I want.
Okay guys, so as you can see today, nice and not raining.
Yet.
Not raining.
Yet.
Yes, I've only got a t-shirt on, so I'm kind of... guys, today it's a big one. It's the FA Vase, our journey to Wembley, and it's non-league day.
We're here.
We
got here. Yeah.
We got
really
here
good.
in one piece. Fantastic. You can already see there's a few supporters here already, actually.
There is, yeah.
Had a word with the manager already. Spoke to Jay. We spoke to a player, Mr. Patterson.
Kyle Patterson. Oh. Your hero.
Really nice guy, actually.
Really nice.
Really nice guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've got a word coming up with Steve Austin, who's associated with Dudley, one of the directors, I believe.
Directors over 44 years.
40 years.
Amazing.
Your age.
Mm.
Yeah, all set for a really good game today.
Yeah, really good.
I'm really excited.
Spoke to the player, the manager, and they said they've done a bit on Dudley. They know who they are, they know how they set up, but mainly they're just thinking about how they set up, how they play, and they've put the losses behind them, and they're really positive. So
I still can't call this, Paul.
No, I haven't seen Dudley play, so it's a tough one. But speaking to Lichfield, the positive vibes coming from the player and the manager.
Oh, they're taking this serious.
Yeah, for me at the moment, it's a Lichfield win at the moment.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 Lichfield, I think.
I'm going to go 3-1.
2-1 Lichfield. Patterson scored a winner.
This Patterson thing. I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah,
well,
I think they'll just take it up a notch. They look. We haven't spoke to Dudley, obviously, but you know the vibes coming from them really good.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. So stick with us, guys. It's going to be a great day of football.
Absolutely fantastic.
Welcome, guys, to episode 29 of Football Is, and that is what I want. We're here today with Jay Hawkins. Good to see you again, mate. Good to see you again. A few questions for you today, mate. Get ready for a great game of football. Paul, I think you're going to bring us in.
I am, thank you very much. The first question is around, we talked off camera, but it's how you're preparing this week. We've come off the back of 2 losses. How you're preparing the lads in terms from that this week? How's that preparation been?
To be perfectly honest, exactly the same. The losses were very, very different defeats. The defeat last Saturday away at Chelmsford Town, if I'm honest, had been coming. We hadn't hit the heights that we expect in previous victories. So to lose that one was disappointing, but as I say, it perhaps had been coming. But then the reaction on Monday night against Newcastle Town, despite a narrow 1-0 defeat, the reaction was fantastic. And it was really pleasing for me the way the lads applied themselves, against the step 4 opposition. And the message was clear that we're back. The intensity was back. The energy was back. The aggression, the tempo. So, in preparation for today, only positive things. And it's funny, coming off the back of Saturday's defeat at Chelmsley, it was real doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Actually, although we lost on Monday, it was quite jovial and quite upbeat. So only positive going into today. Training was good on Thursday and it carried on that
That's
quality.
Interesting. That's really good to see that yes, you've lost the game, but the application of desire was there. So you've come off a defeat and then you go into another game. Although you lose that one, you can clearly see a difference in the lads and you see them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it happens with wins. We can come off a win and it hasn't been very good.
Yeah.
And we'll speak at the end. It's always fairly brief at the end of a game because win, lose or draw, emotions are high. We'll talk again at training. But we can lose and be happy and win and be not so happy.
That's brilliant. That was really good. Dan.
Thank you, mate. So today, as it's well publicised, it's non-league day. Big time of the year for non-league clubs because you've not got the Premier League teams playing. It's the international break. The championship teams are not playing. So, do you see a general rise in people coming to see you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, it helps with it being the Vase, as well as non-league
Double
day.
Header,
so there's also kind of a kind of dual interest there that hopefully swells the gate a little.
Yeah.
I believe that Dudley are bringing a bit of a travelling contingent, so that'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with the international break, you know, we'd hope that we'd get a few more through the gate as well.
Yeah, that's good. Because, I mean, like the last game, actually, I must admit, the support you had was really good, actually.
Yeah.
It was really good. And this sort of goes into my next question with regards to the last game, the last round against Wolverhampton Casuals.
Yep.
Off camera, as you said, at the back, maybe not so great, but going forward, fantastic. I mean,
Yep.
for a cup game, that must bring you a bit of hope. That's what we did in the last round. Let's move on and let's bring it into the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the games where we won the game. You know, and you perhaps look in the paper at a 4-2 victory and think, great result.
Yeah.
But following the game, that was one of the games we discussed that we weren't actually at our best.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, at the end of the day, league or cup, but especially cup football, it's about the result.
And that's so funny.
If we're terrible today and win, I won't like it, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I drove back and I rang Paul. I said, "You've got to watch this team, Paul. They smashed it today." So to know that you've gone, wasn't happy with that. Makes it almost redundant what I've said, Paul.
So we talked at the top. Sorry. At the top of the interview about preparation, but obviously you're playing Dudley. Do you know them? Do you know the style, the formation, how they play? And what have you done in terms of anything different this week for Dudley?
Nothing different.
Yeah.
A slightly different schedule of the week, just purely because of the fact we played on Monday.
Yeah.
So we didn't train Tuesday, we trained Thursday as normal. But nothing really specific. It was more about us.
Right.
Continuing the kind of the freedom, the happiness, the good quality, the tempo, the intensity, all those good habits. That's what Thursday's training session was all about.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything to do with today's game as such, tactics and shape, none of that. It was about characteristics and keeping those qualities sort of ticking over. But we do know a little bit about Dudley. I went and watched them on Tuesday, which possibly that there was a few changes to the lineup, so it might not have been a true reflection of what they're all about. But we know about them. There's actually some crossover with, you know, a couple of their lads that have played for Lichfield in the past.
Oh,
Okay.
So that two of the lads played for me last season: Lewis Taylor Boyce and Ryan Thomas, and then Todd Perry, who was part of Lichfield for a couple of years before I came in. And then there's other lads throughout the side that, you know, we're familiar with just through footballing circles.
Yeah.
So I mean the teams will know plenty about each other.
Yeah.
I watched them Tuesday, they watched us Monday. But you know, credit to them, good side. Matty, the manager's taken a lot of the lads from Sea Hunters, where they were last season, and he's taken them across to Dudley, and fair play. You know, they've had a good start to the season. You know, in what's a competitive league.
Very competitive.
So, you know, we're under no illusions today that it'll be tough, and you know, to get anything from it, we are going to have to be at our best.
Yeah. But the focus, as you said, is on what Lichfield do, what you do, your application, the atmosphere. Yeah. As I said, the characteristics. So that's
definitely. We'll tell the players what we can about the opposition. Just try and get them. You know, it is exactly that. It's just information, and so they know what to expect. But then from then on, it's about what we do, and it's all about us.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's almost about having the trust in the lads to go out and carry it on, isn't it? Really, the stuff that you've
definitely,
told
yeah.
them, so. And do you know what? Actually, I've come away from the questions a little bit there because something you just said there. The lads you've got a good group of lads, haven't you? A really good group of lads.
Definitely. You know, one of the things you asked me in the last interview was the 3 words, and one of those was honesty. And that's what we are. You know, the lads are an honest bunch. There's some big money flying around and big budgets, and we're not one of them. So our lads are here for the right reasons, and you know, week in, week out, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, they turn up, they perform well, they train hard, you know, and both, you know, in football and socially, you know, it's a good group, you know, and everybody buys into what we're about.
That's great, and also actually, again, is that what I saw in the game is no one shirks their responsibility on that pitch. You know, you could see them. Everyone knew what their job was, and they did it. They did it to a T. You know, and I think that reflects the coaching staff as well, doesn't it? Of what you know. I'm not gonna blow roses at you too much, but I mean, you know, it obviously shows that the message you're getting across, they're listening to it and take it on. For you as a manager, that must be fantastic to watch them do. Yeah,
and again, you know, I make no bones about it. I'm hard work. You know, I'm intense, and I do demand a lot from them. You know, all the coaching staff do, me, Coops, Daz, Jake, the physio. We all demand, you know, a lot of work out of the lads, whether that be on a match day or in a training session. So it's credit to the lads that they put up with me.
As I always say, and I will say it again, local football, it's here to stay, and you've got to come and support your local teams, not just non-league day. Get down there and spend your money on their gates, because as we've said, the money's needed, the money's required, and if these guys are going to do what they want to do, they need the money to do it. So, as always, thanks for speaking to us.
No problem. Thanks for
coming.
coming.
Seeing you in the next round as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Guys, we're here with Carl Patterson, someone I really wanted to speak to after the last round, so thanks for agreeing to see us today, mate. Really appreciate it. Played really well in the last game. I didn't stop talking about you on the channel to Paul, to my wife. No, really enjoyed watching you play. What are your thoughts on the cup today, the game against Dudley?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. You know, it'll be a tough test for us. Obviously, they're doing really well in their league. I know they had a setback the other day, but you know, they were, from what we've been told, they're a together unit. You know, tough to break down, score goals. You know, so it's going to be a tough game. But you know, I think myself and all the lads really looking forward to it, taking this club, you know, another step.
Definitely.
You know, another record broken. So
because I mean, if you get through, it equals, doesn't it? You got the second round, and you could. I mean, it's going to be a tough game today, but I'm really excited because I watched you guys in the last round, and I was pleasantly surprised with the football you played. So I can't wait for today. I think it's going to be a good game. Paul, do you want to?
Yeah, so we were just talking about off camera, and then really surprised to hear your kind of personal story through football. So I think we'll just touch on that a bit, if that's okay. So you're only new to Lichfield this season, so tell us kind of, you were playing football and then you kind of stopped for a while,
went through the West Brom Academy and all that kind of stuff, like a lot of youngsters do, and then you know, I had a scholarship in America, played there, played over there for a bit. Played Sweden, came back, played, you know, step 1, step 2. And then it just kind of got to the point where it just wasn't enough really. You know, the constant yearly change of where you're going to be, you know, and the non-contract contracts. That's it. It just became a bit too difficult, and the travelling was difficult with a young family, you know, having gone all day Saturdays and some of the Tuesday night games. So I just decided maybe 2-3 seasons ago just to kind of give it a break, and kind of stepped back into Sunday League with just a few mates and stuff, and really enjoyed it. You know, I loved just having my Saturdays and getting up on a Sunday, and just, you know, finish football on a Sunday at 1-2 o'clock, and then you got the rest of the day. But it's a bit of a chance encounter really, a little job I picked up. I had a connection with Jay, the manager, and he asked me to come down to pre-season. And I did, and he asked me to sign, and I'm really glad I did in the end, because it's been really enjoyed it so far this season. We've had a few setbacks, but you know, still looking forward to the rest of the season.
Oh, that's really good news. That's really good, interesting. Dan, over to you.
I just want to touch on that. So, like, you know, obviously you've been to America, but going to Sweden as well. So, I mean, experience-wise, did you have to sort of take the family over to Sweden with you?
No, that was before. That was way before. It was about 10 years ago.
Okay,
before I met my wife and stuff. So no, it's that was just on my own.
Right, and I mean that's so incredible to sort of go. I mean, playing style in Sweden, did it match what you were as a player? Was it tough?
It was tough, yeah. I mean, Swedish league take a lot from our league. Obviously, the Premiership, not our league, obviously where we are, but the English kind of setup. You know, they love the Premiership and even the Championship. You know, there's loads of games on all the time, so a lot of it is English kind of style. You know, so it's fast, high pressing, and
that's good. That's good. I mean, what are your personal targets as a player this season? What do you envisage yourself doing this season?
Well, for me, it's I just want to stay fit first and foremost, because obviously getting older, pick up lots of injuries and things like that. And well, my body's older anyway; it feels that way. But that's always been a big issue of mine: injuries. Throughout my career, I've always had muscle injuries, but as I've got older, I've been able to manage them more, and it's just been nice to go through a season without a big injury. Touch wood, I've been all right so far.
Is that like when you say managing it? Is that sort of things you eat? Is it the way you prepare for games? Is it a combination of them?
Yeah, it's all of that. Yeah, I mean, I've got to eat the right things. Have the same pre-match meal.
What's your pre-match meal?
Beans and scrambled egg on toast.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Nothing too glamorous.
There you go. You would eat it.
But yeah, loads of water, stretching, even when we're not training, warm downs. Yeah, it's just little things that you don't do when you're younger. You don't think about.
No, you don't. You're quite right.
And then the injuries catch up with you, and when you get older, you have to do it.
And that's the way football's moved, I think, actually, isn't it? Because back then, it really, sort of 10, 15 years ago, it was mainly about playing, wasn't it? Just playing the game. Whereas now you see a lot of players having to manage themselves as opposed to the training. It's what they do off the pitch that really helps them on the pitch.
Yeah,
so it's interesting to hear that. Paul, have you?
No, I think it's the last.
Oh, you always let me have this one. To be fair, so I mean,
Your fave?
it is my favourite. I have spoke about you a lot, but I want to hear it from you. Really, describe your playing style in 3 words, because I could write a book on it.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, as I've mentioned, I used to be a striker, so playing in a deeper midfield role. I tried to take a few things from my position where I was, because I tried to think about where the strikers are going to go for their team and pick up their positions. But in 3 words, I'd say experienced. I'd like to think composed, passionate. I'd like to think.
Brilliant. Yeah, I agree. I echo all of that.
I'm really looking forward to this now. I'm
I know. If he gets sent off in the first 10 minutes, I mean, no, I really appreciate you taking the time to see us today, because I mean, obviously it's the cup, so you've got to get the prep in. But good luck today.
Thanks
appreciate
very much,
it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, guys, so I'm joined here with Steve. Great
Nice to
day
meet
for it
you.
today, mate, isn't it? Here with Dudley Town. Looking forward to it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's, I think the lads have been, ever since the draw was made for the first round proper, have been really looking forward to today's game.
Bit of a crossover, isn't there? We did speak to the Lichfield boss, and there's a couple of players that have played for Lichfield that are here with you guys today. So does that add a bit of spice to it?
It certainly does. One of our players, centre-off, Todd Perry, he spent a bit of time with Lichfield. So, especially for him. But it's every man has been really looking forward to today and the build-up this week's, apart from a bit of a setback on Tuesday night. I think actually that made them even more determined for today.
Yeah, that's good. So your role at the club and how long you've sort of been here, can we get a bit of backstory on that?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've started following Dudley when I was 12, so unfortunately I have to admit that's kind of almost 45 years now. But
you don't look it, mate. You're
no,
fine,
well,
fine.
yeah, a lot of people say that. No, but yeah, I mean, I was chairman until about 18 months ago. I've been chairman for about 7 or 8 years.
Okay.
Decided to step down, let somebody else come in to fill that position. But we actually formed a limited company fairly recently, and I'm one of 3 directors with the club. And
Brilliant.
so actually, my involvement is not that much different to being chairman, other than I don't have the day-to-day hassles associated being with a club that's got, I think we've got about 13 or 14 teams, including all of our junior teams. So, but I've still got the same passion as I had when 44 years ago. So I love it. Yeah.
I mean, do you know something? Actually, I'm sort of coming off topic a little bit here, because you just mentioned about your youth teams. How important is it for a non-league club to have their youth teams
Well, I mean, for us, it's paramount importance. We don't pay our players, so our kind of team of the future is our youth players coming through, and we very clearly tell our younger players that there is, if you're good enough and you want it enough, there is a clear pathway into the first team. And I think in a lot of clubs, actually, they might say that, but it's reality at Dudley Town. So, and it's great. I mean, just today's game, we've got our mini Robins, our under-8, so we're going to be mascots today, and hopefully they can aspire to playing for our first team.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Cup game. So let's talk about the money side of it. There is some money to be won here. I mean, there's money for for the losers as well. But how important money-wise is this?
Oh, I mean, money for any non-league football club is important, and for ourselves, we've already gone through a couple of rounds already, and just speaking to our chairman earlier, we've had the cheques in the post from the FA already, so that's great. But another win today, it makes a big difference to the season, and. As I say, we like to do things right, so we put the money, to good causes like having coaches and taking the players on nights out, just keep that team spirit going. Yeah,
keeping that unity.
Absolutely,
almost, isn't it? I mean, looking at the guys, they're warming up over there. How's the feeling been around the team?
The feeling, I mean, we were talking about this on the coach coming over with the two fellow directors, Kevin and Dave, and the spirit around the club at the moment is just, it's something a little bit different, and hopefully you'll experience that on the pitch, and hopefully after the game as well.
Steve, honestly, like I said in the preview show, I can't call today. I can't call today, and the more and more I hear about Dudley, the more I hear about how that solid unit is there. I'm really looking forward to a good game. I'm going to put you on the spot here, I'm afraid, buddy. Score today.
I think it's going to be a tight game. I mean, Lichfield are a good side. I truly believe if we play to our potential, then it's a winnable game for us. So I'm going to go for 2-1.
I like that. Good luck today, mate. Really
Thank you very much.
You talking to us.
No, pleasure. Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. As you can see, we've got a half-time challenge going, and we have Lichfield ladies or Lichfield girls under 11s, and we've just found out we're doing it. So here we go, ladies. Name?
And I play centre. Dacia on the wing.
On the wing.
My name's Jen and I'm centre mid. I'm Lana and I play up front. I'm Amy and I play up front. Ellie and left back. Amy and mid. Ruby and right back. Grace and right. Lily and goal.
The manager, assistant.
Gaz Downing, manager, under 11s, dream team. Paul, assistant manager, under 11s.
Let's go.
Let's bring it. Let's go. There we go, there's a challenge there. Shocking in the end, damn terrible keeping, not terrible taking penalties. But overall, Lichfield ladies or girls under 11s, how was it?
Yes!
Awesome. There we go.
Thank you guys.
Terrible.
Thank you.
Well, guys, what a game.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was a little
More
tough
than we
going.
bargained for.
Yeah, a little tough going, but both evenly matched, I think. And but yeah,
Classic, actually. Classic cup game. Waiting for the other one to do the first move, and in the end, after extra time, 2 goals from Dudley Town prevailed.
yeah, from the substitutions. So
Substitutions
some
worked.
good game management going on. So yeah, they're really happy. You can still hear the lads now. They're absolutely
Brilliant,
buzzing.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it
And
was,
do you know what? The Dudley fans haven't stopped the entire game.
No, they haven't.
stopped
They bought a busload and have made loads of noise, and they made it what it is. And it's been really good non-league day for us today.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
A great spectacle for non-league day. As I said, a lot of ground hoppers have done their part today, as have we as well.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Here's to the next one. Looking forward to it. But sadly for Lichfield, that's our time when you comes to an end. I'm really sorry about that, actually, because Jay Hawkins, lovely bloke, good manager.
Very welcomed.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him again though,
Yeah,
without a
of
doubt. But yeah, on to the next round with Dudley Town now. I reckon we're going right down south. What do you reckon?
I reckon we might go London way.
Down south then.
Oh yeah,
Guys, thanks for stopping by as always. Football is...
and that's what you got.